if, let's say, you're playing like you're using all the time bank, right? Always. Then the games last longer, significantly longer, right? Than just fast clicking, especially if you're playing with a lot of fishes. Fishes play faster usually. Yeah, it doesn't even go any time again, so it's so close to gamble. I mean, it's definitely not going back to like 0 or so, you know, so it's, or like 16k anytime soon. Okay, so he decided to check back. I don't expect him to have anything. So I'll check back. Hopefully he bets, but okay. Hello, please stream on YouTube. I turned on restream. It should be streaming on YouTube as well. Is it not? Let's check. Smstaking. Oh yeah, it's not. I have no idea why though. Yeah, we're only streaming on Twitch apparently. Sorry about that, but I'll check it for another stream, but I have no idea how to switch the settings currently. View stream. Oh, it was turned off. Now it should be fine. Check it out now. I think it will be fine. Okay, I'll bet one big blind here. I really want to like just try to extract value from a jack. Now beats us, or like a flush draw, a 5. Yeah, whatever. Probably hasn't. Doesn't matter. Definitely not bluff catching here. I'm holding 7k on Dogecoin right now. How is it doing it? I mean, the Musk was talking again some bullshit about it. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's a meme coin, right? But I'm not sure how is it doing. Okay, I'll go to the charts. Oh, Dogecoin is 7th. Okay, let's see. Let's see the past month, because I'm not following like crypto market at all right now. The past month was up, but not by that a lot, by that much. Or maybe it was. Oh, it's like up 30%. Okay, I'm sorry. It's quite a lot. Oh, it's 12% during the month. Okay. What about 1 year? Okay, 1 year is absolutely ridiculous. 348%. This is like I don't believe in crypto that much. I think it's mostly a gamble, FOMO, whatever you want to call it. But if you had to choose one coach from smstaking to teach you from 25s to high stakes, which one would you take? Okay, let's open up the coaches list, I guess. But it really depends on like what type of player you are, I guess. But every single coach is good, and it maybe might differ if you want more GTO-ish type of approach, more balanced strategy, and not an exploit-wise strategy. Even though all the coaches teach exploits, right? So it's not like you're not going to get exploits or GTO from one or another coach. But from 25s, oh, you wanted to from 25s to high stakes. I mean, Audimas, Edicas, right? Akadas, all of them are high stakes players, right? So I think any one of them is a really good candidate for that, right? It doesn't matter. Okay, let's bet. I have King High, but he's quite nitty, so any one of them is a good candidate if you're talking about 25s. It really depends. Like the playstyle differs a lot from every single one of those players, right? I won't go into detail about their playstyles. I don't think it's necessary, but yeah, and the approaches to strategy against fishes, against regs, is different as well. But yeah. So if we're talking about high stakes, yeah, these 3 people, I guess. I'll open up the list once again, but there's not that many coaches coaching high stakes. Like if I'm talking about capable of teaching 100S players and above, right? There's MZ as well, but I haven't worked with him that much, so cannot say a lot. But I had one coaching session, which was wonderful as well. Okay, let's limp. Okay, he snap checks back, so I'll try to get a sneaky little bet in. He will call quite wide. I don't think he has a lot of aces. He might have some threes, some sixes as well. So I'll check back and we'll see if we have to call or not. This was quite a big sizing, so I'll let go. I mean, it's completely fine. One might say that I should be checking back the turn as well, but that snap check on the flop was like, maybe he's really weak. And we can get some loose calls. And I would have called probably on any card on the river if he bets like a pot size bet, except like an ace, a 3, and a 6, these types of hand. These types of cards, I guess. But the ones that get the straight or the flush, whatever, but yeah. I wanted to try to... It was a greedy bet, but I'll probably can tag him as a fish as well. Okay, let's call. Okay, we have one club. It's not an easy board for him to barrel, so we're definitely calling one street, but... Okay, let's call. Super Omega Fish. Do you still play hundreds as well? So I didn't have that much luck. I mean, I had a lot of problems and I really performed quite poorly in hundreds for the past like few months. I mean, the September was great. I had great results, but I mean, I'm not sure how much of it was run. How I played poorly myself as well. So during like October and November, so I decided to just chill a bit from them, right? Really, like fix other problems, play a bit stress-free life, build up my live bankroll as well, because these past 2 months were not that they would be profitable, but they were definitely not what I usually make, right? So that's one part. I have some things I need to buy and spend money on, so I decided to just move to 50s for now, play during the days as well, try to fix my health, and eventually if everything is going smoothly and everything is going according to plan, I'll move back to hundreds, hopefully. And then, like, the problem, like, hundreds is pissing me off a lot because the time invested there is not as profitable as like in 50s, just because the field is way harder. Like reg ratio is super bad, right? Compared to like, and sometimes if you don't get regs, you don't get action as well, which is tiring in itself. If you want to play during the mornings, you probably won't get any action as well. Like, it's quite complicated and it's tiring in not only the playing sense, but just like preparing to play or like putting in the volume sense. The other aspect is okay, let's jam. And yeah, I'm like, for me, it's annoying to play against the same players, especially regs and reg battling. I don't like it. I prefer to play against fishes and print against them. Or if I'm playing against only regs, right? And it's, let's say, in 50s and there's like 6 regs playing at the same time, and there's like, yeah, 6 regs, and I'm not getting any fishes whatsoever, right? I'm fine with that, because I play against different regs every single time. It's completely different. But if I'm playing against the same 2 guys and I make some mistakes, like, it fucks me up big time. I wanted to bet here, but I was not sure. I mean, he's not trapping there most of the time, and I don't think he's calling quite wide as well. Okay, I'll raise 4.5, 1/3 of the stack. Okay, here we can bet really small, like we always do. I could be checking back, but I'll just jam. Ouch. Jack's got... He's unlucky today. He is unlucky. Got coolered off twice for full stacks. Okay, 2 fishes. Yeah, you just can't sit and spam games. Yeah, it's and my skill level, right? I think I'm not mentally prepared, and my skill level sometimes struggles in like GTO and strategy against regs as well. I think I'm really great at exploiting fishes. I think that's my strength. That's why I have good results. I mean, great results at 50s. But in hundreds, where you need to battle regs a lot more and know when to do good folds and not to tilt as much, right? Because if you tilt and you're not consistent, you get into variance traps way too much, and that can cost a lot of money and sanity. So yeah, I mean, so for now I'm completely fine like playing 50s and just living my life. It's because now it's like okay, I'll check back again. I'll pot control. If he bets, it's easier to call, because if he has something good, like I don't know, 8 deuce or whatever, and he raises me here, that would really suck. But here he might decide to bet smaller. Okay, so a 3 is good for us, and a 7 is good for us. A 5 is good for us as well. Maybe a 4 even, so I'll call here. So we got the 3. I'll check because he bets quite big. I mean, if he has an 8, he would definitely call our donk. And I was thinking about it, and I think it's a missed spot. And I think he was bluffing with that sizing as well. After he, like, if he would decide to bluff, he would probably bet on the flop right away. It's quite unusual for fishes to bluff like that. Okay, let's snap jam here. Hopefully he defold. Oh, I hate these players. Jesus Christ. Playing from a small blind with ace 10 offsuited. Jesus. Let's fold. Would you say 50s regs are way worse than 100s regs or kind of similar? Yeah, way worse. Like, it's like, of course it depends. There are some 50s regs that are like capable of playing 100s, but they're not doing that for one reason or another. But most of them, right? 10k game sample between Erika Sakadas and Pulsas, who would have the highest TV? No, it's like 10 game sample. I think Pulsas would, most likely, because he doesn't put in that much volume, so it would take longer time for him to accumulate those 10k games. But once he would have the highest TV. So I think you would need to like I think you would need to like better, like, I don't know, counts, like, I don't know, yearly profit or whatever, right? That would be the most logical thing to do. It's now like 10 game sample, and it depends on which site, whatever. So these scenarios of what if are always really speculative and cannot get a definitive answer for sure. Okay, let's fold. We got 2 reg games, which is quite unusual. Yeah, this guy, for example, plays hundreds as well. This guy is decent and good as well, so I would not consider this guy, for example, a bad 50s reg, right? I think he's pretty good. But there are a bunch of like, in 50s there's a lot of regs that are coming from like 25s and try to like shot or whatever, and they play for like a week or so, and then they're gone. Or like the ones that play lower table counts and whatever, and they retreat from the field if the field is bad. So either way, they're doing a lot of more mistakes, a lot of bad calls, a lot of bad like jams on the rivers or whatever, but a lot of bad calls as well. So a lot of things that hundreds regs don't do. And I just got a sick deja vu. I think I've talked about exactly this while playing against these exact guys like a year ago, but maybe it happened. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Either way. Oh, I forgot I'm streaming on YouTube as well. yeah, there's no one commenting there, so that's fine. But yeah, YouTube is playing, which is nice. Did you go to Bratislava in September or skip that one? I skipped that one, and I'm not sure if I'm going to like Madrid or Paris next year. It depends, because it's a waste of money, and even though it's quite fun, I mean, the problem is that 1 week of like grinding out is way too much. Oh, what I meant, they play 10 games between themselves. Okay, I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, wow, that would be really interesting, to be honest, but that's, who can adjust better, I guess. But yeah, you know, to be honest, I have no idea. I haven't played against, I only played against Pulsas, so, you know, I played against Akadas as well, but, you know, it's, the way they play against themselves is completely different, and so, you know. Did you go to Bratislava? Yeah, but I didn't go to, and it's a waste of money, to be honest. I mean, the ROI may be positive, but there's high variance. The trip costs a lot. Spins are more profitable, right, than just sitting there and grinding out. And 1 week is too much. So if I decide to go like to Madrid or Paris, it'll probably be for like 4 days or so, and not a whole week, because that's way too long. But going just for 4 days is maybe going for a whole week, but playing only 4 days. That would make sense. I'm playing and doing some other stuff on the side. What would you say is the biggest league 25S regs have that come to 50S? Good question. I mean, in general, a lot of them, like, they don't respect the GTO ranges, and they overplay them by a lot. That's the constant same statistic, because like the moment I see that the reg is way like, oh, I don't know, over ISOing or overplaying his range, it seems that he doesn't, it works in 25S because he doesn't get punished enough, right? Or maybe it works against fishes, and they don't fix it when moving up the stakes as well, and they don't realize that they're losing money by doing so. And because the better regs you play against, like the higher stakes and whatever, all the stats are quite balanced and well adjusted, right? I mean, yeah, they might leak or over like c-bet way too much, or maybe check back too much, whatever, but it's hard to exploit them. But when a 25S reg comes and he just barrels everything like to the river, and you just start not check raising him, right, with your value hands or whatever, you make adjustments, and then he starts losing money immediately. Like, it's so easy, like, because they don't respect ranges so much, and it's and they don't understand the amount of they're losing against regs who make adjustments, right? So because in like 25s, there's the field is way wider in general, so that means you play against the same guys not as frequently, so it's harder for them to make adjustments, and these guys are like not as good. Oh, Jesus Christ, what are you doing, dude? Okay, I'll be really optimistic, and I think he has like King, Queen, etc., these types of hands, and yeah, an ace. Because he either had an ace, maybe a strong 10, like King 10, etc., but there's a lot of bluffs there as well. Of course, I blocked the Jack 9, maybe not be ideal card for doing that, but it's definitely fine. I mean, he's polar there, so. Oh shit, stay. Just want to quit that one, keep that one. Okay, the same players again. Yeah, in 25S you can do the same trick over on the regs. Yeah, exactly. And even if they adapt, let's say one reg adjusts, right? It doesn't matter, because you don't play him as often, and like there's plenty of other regs that you can that are not finding this leak or whatever. So, and I think that's the difference that 25s and 50s regs have. But oh shit, I didn't have to bet here. It's a bad bet. It's talking too much. And between 50s and 100s, again, it's the same thing because like it's really similar. Nice. He had a 4. Oh, queen. It's really similar, but like in hundreds, you have to have a skill to multi-table a lot more as well. To be like, if you play 8 tables, you're like, it's fine, right? If you're playing 6 tables, it's the bare minimum. Playing on hundreds, right? But if you're playing 6 tables at 50s, you're usually an advantage against other weaker regs. So, and that don't play the table. So that's a big difference as well. So, and if you want to be an advantage in hundreds, you need to play 8 tables consistently, and you need to be good at it. You know, not just play for it for like 20 minutes or so. If you can do it for like 3 hours and battle for the field and make others lose money, yes, that's the ideal way to do it. And on 25s and like 50s, the volume doesn't matter that much. I mean, the table count. Okay, I'll just jam. Yeah. Okay, let's hopefully he doesn't have Jack 10 or so. I called it. I freaking called it. Even if you know what the leak is, it's rare that regs know how to adjust accordingly. Yes, it is. But I mean, they have coaches, you know, if you... But, like, and that's the difference as well. Like, the higher stakes you go, if you have a leak, they'll start to exploit it way faster, right? So, that's why, like, if 25s as regs comes to 50s and they're not used to that, or like... Do you think 4 tabling 50s can be good? I think it's way more profitable to play 6 tables if you're capable. I see a lot of like players that play 4 tables. They don't like, especially when there's not that many like action going on, and they get like 3 tables, just 2 reg games, and 1 table with 1 fish, 1 reg, and I get like 2 games of 2 fishes, like 2 fish games. So, and it's a huge difference in money, like, right? Because his, like, 75% of the games in that example were just fully reg games, and one was 1 reg, 1 fish, right? 25%. Where mine were half of them, 50%, were 2 reg games, like 16% was 2 fish games, and which are really profitable, and one was 1 fish, 1 reg game, and it's a huge difference in the profit that you make, right? So I'm not sure if this is a call. I'll do it. 6 blinds. That was a really bad choice by me. Okay, I want to check the graph. What did we make during the stream? Okay, let's do this. 50s. Okay, so this was today's graph. I played during the day. Made like 335 fully A plus rake back, and we'll see what the profit is during the stream. So basically we made 0. We were up until these like last 2 games where we lost quite a lot in Chippy V. And since then we were doing great, but yeah, these 2 last games were not that profitable against these two regs. So yeah, that's what can regs can change. I mean, okay, let's head back to the games. I'll probably play like 2 more games and that's it for today. So yeah, I mean, it really depends. For some people like playing more tables. For me, like six tables is optimal most of the time. But for some, they really like playing really exploitative and really certain poker, right? They won't play that much volume, but they won't make like a lot of mistakes or like close to none mistakes, right? They'll be really profitable per game, but they'll put in less volume, right? Because they don't want to feel the stress, the variance, etc., etc., right? I don't care about it anymore. I prefer to put in the volume. I play to just use the standard spots, shove, whatever, etc., etc., right? So. Okay, I could be betting, but I'll check. There's no point in betting that much. If he checks now, I'll probably bet. We have a 5 with a kicker. Okay, I don't need to bet big. I'll probably bet bigger with a 7, but here I'll bet small. I rarely expect him to raise here, even though I'm using small sizing. It's my range. It's hard to play him for him. Lucky Lou. Okay, let's limp. I could be raising here. It could be. Okay, he ISOs me. We're definitely defending here. Oof. Oof. Can it get any better than that? Bets just a small amount. I'll bet bigger. Oh, maybe I raised too much. I mean, there's no point in just calling. Is he going to fold? Really, buddy? You're going to fold? Oh, wow. Why? Why would you do that? What's the point of raising? Just call. You have the odds. How often do I do it with a bluff? Someone would do this. Okay, let's call. Okay, let's fold. Okay, I'll bet right away. Okay, I'll check. Nice, wonderful. Okay, I'll have to make a call after this game about my rent, so I was multitasking like crazy here. Okay. Trap, please shove. That's good enough. Was he bluffing? Yes, he was. That's amazing for us. That's so close. 7. A hold. Cha-ching. Okay. I'll have to make a call. So this stream is short, but hopefully we see you. You'll see me next week. So afterwards we made slight profit in these few games. Either way, thanks for joining in. See you next week at the same time. And in case we don't see each other next week, have a nice Christmas, I guess, and holiday season. But yeah, I'll be streaming next week for sure.